Adam Taxon here with Lenore Freedman in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And Lenore is a retired social worker, Jewish as I am, a strong Republican, something of a stereotype defier. She lives in a condominium with a lot of loud and active older Jewish people who tend to be Democrats. I did my first segment with her a few days ago. She's been generating a lot of fans on YouTube, and one of them wrote in, Deborah Philman of Charlotte, North Carolina. She had a two-part question. She, first of all, said she loves Lenore, and that she said that you're lovely, and I think that there are more people like you that need to be heard. Her dad is 78 Jewish and a huge Zionist. Used to work as chief counsel for the Israeli mission in New York City. He's gun-owning, blue state-enduring guy who says he rarely meets a senior who's for Obama, but this is in a Republican state. But the media acts like they don't exist, like unicorns. We'll probably talk about the media another time. But she wants to ask you, Lenore, why do you think it is that so many Jewish seniors, this is the first of her two questions, why do you think that so many Jewish seniors vote reflexively for Democrats? And also, what's the most compelling argument that might persuade them to stop?
I never understood why so many Jewish people vote Democrat. It's just, being a Republican and being a conservative, I don't know. I can understand maybe before when we had people like Kennedy or we had people like Clinton,
right.
But I can't understand why they vote for Obama. Because of his plan. He has no plans, first of all. And truthfully, I never understood. It just always seemed to be the Jewish people voted Democrat. Down through their father voted Democrat. They don't even think about who the candidate is.
Right, and I add that you are an expecting great-grandmother, so you've lived a long time. You've seen a lot of this, and this has been true your whole life?
Excuse me?
This has been true your whole life, that Jewish people reflect...
Yes, if I ask my friends, my Democratic friends, why, well, I was always a Democrat, so I'm a Democrat. Do you know anything about the candidate? No, but it doesn't make any difference. And that is the truth. They don't know anything about the Republican candidate, the people that I speak to, and they don't want to know.
But what happens when you're in your high-rise building, and again, this is Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, not Florida, so it's not that part of the stereotype, but there are a lot of very loud, active, and frankly, I'll let you say it, but you've said obnoxious Democrats there. What happens when you try to bring it up with them?
I don't. And I spend time, in senior centers, and I go through the same thing.
What happens at a senior center? Because we're not familiar
I avoid politics.
Okay.
Because I don't know why, and these are educated Jewish women, why they are Democratic. Democrats. I don't understand it. And I really avoid the subject, frankly.
But they talk about it with each other, I assume.
Oh, yes, I hear it all the time.
What kind of things do they say to each other?
Well, they never say anything good about Obama. They just say they're voting for him.
They don't even say good things. Do they ever talk about...
what can they say that's good about him? I mean, what has he done? What has he done these 4 years that you could say has improved our country?
Well, yeah, but I'm a conservative Republican, so I'm not going to say anything, but I'm talking about
so am I. So what do they say?
Yeah. Like, do they say he's
they
handsome,
like him.
He's nice?
No, they don't. Why would they lie? He isn't nice. I don't find him nice. I don't find him honest.
No, but I'm talking
and
about
I don't find him good looking.
We know how you feel about Barack Obama, but I'm saying your average communist at the Jewish Senior Center that you go to.
Okay, I was a social worker for child abuse. I worked with abused parents. I worked with abusive parents.
Right.
And parents who were very young, who were uneducated. And my role was to try to encourage them to get an education, to improve their lives, to become something, and be able to take care of their children properly. That isn't Obama's platform. I believe, he wants to keep people... Yes, you can say socialism, you can say dependent. Right. And I have a very hard time with dependent women.
You've dealt with it in your career.
Yes, and I did, and I know what it's like to be dependent. Right. You never asked me to look.
That's another subject for another time. We'll stick with the topic.
But I'm not.
Right.
And so I know if I could do it, I worked hard to help the parents to become independent. and to take care of their families. But that is the way I see Obama.
Now, let me ask, what would, if you said that at the senior center, what would they, how would they respond?
If I wouldn't get hit, I probably would be asked to sit at another table.
But would they say, no, Obama wants them to work? He doesn't want, they disagree with you?
No, they don't even know that. Do you give them that much credit that they really have done that much research to know what he's all about?
I mean, they're not dumb people. These are not...
I don't...
Well, you have a different...
Let's just say unenlightened.
Gotcha.
I'll be kind.
Well, let me get to the last part.
I am not... A lot of the people I'm with are not like me. They didn't have 6 years of college. Most of them have never really worked in their lives. They were married.
Oh, a lot of women.
The women.
Widows,
well,
yeah.
It is the women I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So they don't know what I know.
Right.
Okay, they haven't lived my life.
Good point. So that's a big distinction, that the women
So
didn't
I avoid
necessarily
the
work for your
subject.
age.
Yes.
That's a good point, because you're older and women didn't all work. Many of them did not.
No.
Now, the final question that Deborah in Charlotte, North Carolina had was, what can be done about this? Is there any hope that they can change their vote? Because Pennsylvania and Florida, I mean, there aren't that many older Jewish people in Pennsylvania, but in Florida there are, and they can be a swing vote. Anything that can be done to make them change their minds?
I think when they meet Romney and or Ryan, they will change their minds. They're so real. Ryan is so charismatic. He brings something wonderful out in Romney, where Romney's kind of more laid back.
Right.
But I think if they open their ears and their minds, and if their children talk to them,
sort of like what Sarah Silverman says.
I believe they will change their vote.
Will they do that?
I hope so, but I believe they will.
Oh, good.
I can't imagine that they would vote if they really knew what his budget. He has no budget, okay?
How about Israel?
He has no plan. Oh, Israel?
Yeah, well, let's save that for another time.
If they really knew what he was like, are you so sure that they are going to vote for Obama?
No, but that's a stereotype.
Yes, but that's exactly what it is. I don't think
that's
of
every other election. They vote Democrat.
Not this one. I think they will believe what he said. If I don't do what I promise in 4 years, he said something about not being elected again. And I think they should take that at face value and never elect him again. He said that. He made promises that he never even attempted to keep. Right. And if they'll remember, if they'll do some research, if they'll remember what he said, and if they'll remember how he treated Netanyahu, if they remember he's pro-Palestinian rather than Israeli, and I absolutely believe it, okay? I don't believe they'd vote for him.
Good enough. All right, well, why don't we wrap up there? I've been talking with Lenore Freedman, former social worker, Philadelphia resident, longtime Republican, Jewish woman who is an expecting great-grandmother. Thank you for your time, Lenore.
If you don't like that one...
No, I'm still recording. Oh, you want to say one more thing? Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm sorry, I thought you were through.
Okay, now it's all right. It's very natural this way.